What's real and how to tell? So, I'm sure there has been a thread somewhere on it, but what kind of signs do I need to look for to know that my Filipina girlfriend is a real thing? What signs show that something is fishy and I may not be getting a full truth? If you even have to ask this says particular dance, then deep down you already know the answer. If you can't get on a plane by the end of the year, stay out of an LDR type relations. You met on Tinder? Come on, man. You might as well start a Grindr account while you're at it. Tinder, Bumble, and the rest are mostly for hookups and hourly girls, dressed up like dating sites. You're building a fairy tale. You're playing roulette, especially with the scams nowadays here in the Pino land. Scroll through this up. It's littered with stories of guys who thought they found the one, only to end up broke, blocked, or both. This isn't just a couple of bad apples, it's a recurring theme. And just before you post, an American guy was on here wondering if his wife actually went back to finish her master's degree. His wife. That's where we're at now. Married and still second guessing everything. So please, if your wallet, your peace of mind, sanity, and your dignity, just wait. Don't fall in the lust with a profile picture that's 5+ years old. Don't start wiring money because you think their emojis mean something. Get the plane ticket first. Set up a profile and see who wants to meet. Show up, then decide if you want to pursue anything. That is the truth. Those are some great tips. This guy already knows that deep down there's something fishy going on, so he comes online to get reassurance from random men. Believe me, sir, you are being played. Anyone in love will not come online ask strange people if it's the truth. That is the biggest problem with most men. They live in a fantasy because someone on YouTube told them the Filipinos are loyal and conservative and traditional. So the first time a Filipina messages you saying she wants a long-term partner and is a simple girl, all you do is basically fall in love with the idea of this random person whose pictures are either filtered, very old, or simply not even her for most cases. Some random man in a basement somewhere scamming you because now the Philippines is the #1 scamming country in the world, even overtaking Nigeria and India. So be careful because they can speak, quote, English. They have the weapons and the tools to go ahead and manipulate you and get everything that you have. C. Mallow says, just go there. You'll never know what she like until you actually go to the Philippines. And once you're there, if it doesn't work out, rest assured that there are oodles of nice, normal, eligible women that are interested in dating a good guy. One thing I never understood these days, in 2025, when travel has never been easier, simpler, why are men still in long-distance relationships? What is wrong with you? Do you not want to be with the person who you supposedly have a relationship with? Is this the 1800s where the man goes on a voyage to the sea and comes back after 6 months or a year? What is happening? Do men not value their own time, sanity, and finances? It sickens me to know so many desperate men out here, especially for women who are at best 3s or 4s. So, she sounds like she may be legit, but two problems. She is married. The annulment is a long process and expensive. The group dance in Japan does not sound good. Found out the club where I understand nothing of this message. Essentially, this person is saying she could be married. Have you even met her in person? Says Charming. I have a male European friend who has a Filipina girlfriend who is basically a gold digger, and let him share the top 2 things that I personally noticed early and that made me or our friend group doubt her authenticity towards our friend. Of course, he doesn't listen, and he is a lover boy. I assume this friend is himself, but let's play along. Number 1, she appeared to be perfect. I always believe that if it's too good to be true, it ain't true. Everything that my friend asked, she always gives the perfect answer. For example, my friend asked if she manages her money well, and she would say, of course, yes, I'm a banker, so I learned how to invest and save. Then turns out she has less than 10,000 USD in credit card debt due to traveling and eating out, etc. Or like, my friend would ask her at the start if she's family oriented, and she would say, of course, in the Philippines, we value our family. That's why I'm looking for a potential husband to build a future together. She would also say that she's a good girl. She wants someone who will give her princess treatment, that she dated other foreigners, that she's loyal. Basically, always saying only good things about herself. Like, when we heard these answers, she felt like she was so mature and not problematic, not a single flaw, and everything he wanted to hear, she said. Number two, she was in a hurry to be exclusive, love bombing. She would update my friend where she is. She was so clingy, would discuss about marriage before even meeting my friend in person. She would always emphasize big words like, "You're the one for me. I knew it in my heart." She would get jealous too if he doesn't reply. I told my friend, how can anyone with a sane mind be swayed with their emotions that quickly? Just 1 month of texting, video calls, and already planning a wedding? That is obviously love bombing. And my friend, being easily swayed, got weak in the knees and joined the grand imaginary future plan. Later on, the truth revealed itself. My friend started giving her money for her food and gym stuff because she is apparently broke. She later on shared she is in huge debt after spending months talking about marriage. Then she started getting mad if he's not visiting Philippines or if he isn't taking her to expensive restaurants. He has been losing a lot of money and he is really rich. He is a kind person though. What can I say? Basically, don't be easily swayed by words, especially if you haven't even met them. Don't be easily infatuated by someone you're just talking to online. You have to really get to know someone beyond what they are projecting themselves to be. As part of taking care of yourself, you would feel it too if someone's off or not. Good luck, dude. This person says what we all want to say. Good advice if actually anyone takes it and listens. The one love says, I think it doesn't depend on where someone is from. Actually, it does. It matters a lot where someone's from. If they're from the Philippines, they're scamming you. Simple. Special Poet says, I've been exactly where you are now, and it was a scam. I'm currently living in the Philippines for 2 years with a great girl now, but the first one I met online while overseas. You need to discover ultimately if it is real, but I know firsthand that some girls are extremely clever and play a long game. They never ask for money directly, but simply mention issues with family or some other problem. Watch the YouTube channel videos. Very entertaining but true sometimes. Definitely easy to meet girls on dating apps, but there are many scammers there, and understand that many girls are working full time trying to find a sugar daddy. So, lots of those video chats. Yep. Watch. If she mentions her family is poor, if she's the breadwinner, or some family member is sick, if you get attached to her, you will offer to help financially. Yes, these things are all very common to anyone that watches these videos, but you'll be surprised how stupid some men are. Yes, they are full-time scammers. It's true. Why do you think so many women are interested in you in the Philippines? It's got nothing to do with your personality. It's just your wallet. Subject nature says every situation is different. People here are going to assume everyone is a scammer relationship because it happens. That's why. You need to give more detail about the nature of your situation. And good advice, basic. Was she in love as soon as she met you? Did she ask for money or get into how hard her life is right away? Have you caught inconsistencies or lies? Does she go away for days with no cell phone access? Does she need more than $10 a month for load? Load, Gomo 3 months ago, still have data, and converted a half talk time and text. Have you met in person? Have you met family in person or video? Does she compliment you when it isn't true and you know it, like constantly? Same as love bombing? Yes, if she calls you handsome randomly, consistently, she's a liar. She's a scammer. You are not handsome. You are not handsome. If you were, you would not be on Pina Love or whatever else. Christian Filipina. Random garbage, third world sites. Definitely. And you are 30 years older than her, says Advanced Odd. Then it's not real. And she doesn't love you. And you're a creep. Does she have a job in the future? Does she ask you for money right away? Does she want to move with you to a different country or what? How are you supposed to know what relationship you have or you guys feel about each other if you barely said anything about it? Essentially, everyone's pissed because we all know it's a scam, and so is he. This is today's video. Scammers are very common in the Philippines. They are everywhere. It doesn't matter how much she tells you she loves you, she is a scammer. You know it. I know it. We all know it, but we just don't want to accept it sometimes because we live in a fantasy land. We live in a situation where we saw someone on Facebook tell you or YouTube that the Philippines has traditional, great value, loyal women, and we just imagine the situation even though it is not true. Last video was only a few hours ago, but the best comment is from Jerry. I carry a lot of disdain for that country. However, I don't fault the bride and groom in this video. They wanted to have a happy day. I don't think faulting is the key word. It's just unusual to see people have a wedding in flood like this. It's not really the wedding, I think, the problem. Just the actual floods, the weather, the conditions the Philippines offers that it can affect your special day. Personally, I would not care if I would get married in floodwater or in ashes or shit even. If you actually love someone, doesn't matter where you get married. So I agree with that point. Nothing wrong with these people getting married in the flood. But I think it says a lot about the country's drainage system or flooding going on, natural disasters, and just the conditions 6 months out of the year that you have to deal with. Thanks for watching. God bless.